Welcome to Shorty Supercoach and welcome to the Footy Tips. Let me get rid of that one there. And I'm absolutely furious with myself and my tips. Last week I fucking butchered it. Carlton Richmond on the Thursday, went the Blues, Richmond got up. It got me worried about a couple of other point of difference tips I had. So then I switched my tip from Port to Sydney because I thought, if I go another one down, I wasn't super confident in Port, but I thought, I think they can win. I feel like if Carlton got up, I would have sort of had the confidence to go with that one. Switched it, and then they get up. Port Adelaide, Shorty's filthy. And then Sydney, GWS, I should say, versus the Dogs. Well, I stuck with the Giants, and I don't think I'll tip them again for the rest of the year in anything that looks like a 50-50 game. They pissed me right off. So I'm absolutely filthy because I was going well in quite a few footy tips. I feel like that's probably going to change. I know in the Shorty Supercoach League I was 7th. I'm pretty sure I will have dropped from there. But yeah, as always, feel free to put your tips below or any sort of games that you reckon are 50-50 and which way you've ended up. And there's a few of those this week because obviously every top 8 side is playing each other, which is pretty crazy. And let me know if you got to the channel purely off the back of these tips videos, because traditionally it's not something I've done. So hopefully a few new people have found the channel. And there you go. Down to 11th. I'm absolutely fucking filthy. Because I lose on the margin too. You get that tip wrong, you lose a bit on the margin. 3 would have been acceptable. But, now I find myself, only a couple off the lead still, but that margin is I know it's not much, but it does start to really matter. So I'm hoping for a bit better tipping this week, and if anything, just back in my judgment whether or not it's 50-50 or whether or not I've got a tip right at the start of the week. Just back it in, shorty. Now, I'm actually really confident on Melbourne. The Lions don't have a great record at the G, but that should be noted that they haven't played that many games there while they've been a good side. You'll see the stat, they've lost 9 in a row or whatever it is. But I reckon only 3 or 4 might have been when they're a genuinely good team. So it's worth considering. And look, I know I've said it the last few times. The D's are too good to stay down. They're this or that. They got to bounce back. They'll be breathing fire. Now Max Gawn is out. Stephen May comes back. But I am going to tip them. I'll tip them by 19 points. Probably feel like it'll be closer, but I just want to kind of get the margin a little bit point of difference. I feel like most people will go a close game. Just trying to pick up points here or there on the margin if I can. The Friday night isn't exactly a blockbuster. You got a double header, but not exactly a blockbuster game. Now, Dogs, pretty confident in that, but the Hawks, they are capable of causing an upset. I'm really surprised to see 25% tipping the Eagles. Now, I'm going to tip the Bombers, and it's not with a heap of confidence. Honestly, I do feel like West Coast got a few back. They were better against the Cats. It's the sort of game that they'll look at and say, guys, this is a genuine game that we can claim a scalp here. And I know they think they win every week, but all footy clubs do think they can win every week. But when they genuinely look at that, they'll think they could win this one. But that's not enough for me to tip them there. I'm actually interested to see that Carlton are only at 33%. I thought tipping the Dockers might have been slightly point of difference. I think, I probably have gone a week too late on the Blues. I probably should have identified last week that they are undermanned and particularly down back. And I just had a lot of faith in what they could do through the midfield last week. So I guess, maybe I had a bit too much faith in the Blues. But I'll tip the Dockers this week. I know travelling is something that they've been able to do this year, travel and win. And I just think they're a great side regardless. So it should be a corker of a game and one that'll shape the top 4. And I will tip the Cats here. And again, I probably thought this would be maybe just slightly, I thought this would literally be a 52-48% game. The Cats are travelling nicely. The Tigers are one of the informed teams of the comp. They play the MCG fantastically well. But I do think, like Geelong, are a quality team, and I don't think, even as good as Richmond are going, this is a genuine 50-50 game. So I am tipping the Cats. It could go either way. It'll be really interesting to see. I think the Tigers maybe have a couple out that could really help. So there'll be a couple of players that might not be there that could have stopped Cameron and Hawkins. So that'll be crucial. And Dangerfield coming back helps. Martin might come back, but I think Cochin is out. So not always depends on the teams, but a few key personnel. And I'm actually stunned to see 90% tipping the Swans. I, again, thought this would probably be 60-40. But, obviously very much confident in the Swans, most of you out there. I think at home, they are always tough to beat. The stats don't always say that, but, the Saints were awfully disappointing last week, as were the Swans, but more so St Kilda. So, it'll be a really interesting game, that one. I mean, if 25% pick the Eagles, honestly, I think this is a game that North Melbourne will be right up for. No way am I going to tip them, but Adelaide are a young, developing, inconsistent team, and it's never easy to go to Tassie and get the win against North Melbourne. So this game will be close. I think it'll be close for the majority of the game, but you just couldn't tip North Melbourne. And hey, there's no way in hell I'm tipping the Giants. Fuck, they've let me down way too many times. And again, look, this game, another top 8 clash, well, it's not a top 8 clash, but it's one that feels like a final, because for whoever loses, their hopes of top 8 are gone. Whoever wins, their top 8 hopes are hanging on by a thread, but they're still alive. But I do respect Gold Coast a lot more than I did at the start of the year, and respect what they can do. But, I was with Port last week and got cold feet, so I'm sticking with them this time around. So let me know your tips. I think the big ones will be landing Thursday night. Carlton, Freo, Geelong and Richmond. So it'll be very interesting to see which way they go. I really want to get back into that top 10 of Shorty Supercoach. So good luck to you out there. I'll talk to you all soon. Cheers.